Well, the weather for the whole of the south of England will continue as it has for the next few weeks. It's going to be hot and moist, with temperatures rising steadily as time goes on. There's a chance of steamy moments as we move into the... sod it. We never wanted to do this. We never wanted to be weathermen and women making innuendos about hot atmospheres and drizzly countries. We didn't want to be child-friendly. We didn't want to bang on about being for over 18s only. We want to talk about our sexy adventures. We want to be lifestylers, leaping from bush to bush as we sail down the rivers of British sex clubs and mountains of crazy experiences. The cheeky purple mamba, the liquid silk pumped liberally into our hand, the rodeo classic brief harness complete with Tantus curve, the Enjoy Pure One stainless steel dildo, the hot octopus digit, the ever so short messages on Fab Swingers, the sexy friends on Twitter, and the mighty vanilla alternative. With my best girlie by my side, we'd swing, swing, swing.
Get in the gym or to your car. With our advice you could go far. We fuck things up and we make mistakes. And talk about our sexy dates. It's getting hard for this to rhyme. Just as well, cause it's bed hopping time.
Welcome to episode 117, that's 117 of the Bed Hoppers podcast. My name is Mr. H.
I am the delectable Mrs. H.
Delectable,
Yes.
delightful.
Delightful,
Delinquitable.
delectable, delicious, delinquent, and...
Dumbfoundedly awesome.
yes. Yes.
Yes.
I am Mrs. H.
Mrs.
All
H.
of those things.
All of those things. Well, thank you for joining us.
Decadent.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
Join
Good.
us next week for more alphabet aerobics with Mrs. H. Thank you for coming along for the ride. What's been going on, Mrs. H?
Oh my God, so many things.
Lots of things to talk about. First off, we can actually release some news.
Oh my
And-
God, some actual hot off the press information.
Well, it was hot off the press like a week ago.
Yes, but it's hot off this press.
Yes, hot on the press.
Because we haven't been able to talk about this until now.
Although, ironically, the only thing that I press is a button to hit record. But,
Yeah, well.
you know, if this was a printing press,
You get the idea.
yeah, it would be
Going
hot.
to press.
Yeah.
Hot.
Hot. Anyways, we are really, really excited to announce that we are co-hosts of
Yes.
PCAP.
Yes.
Yay, next year. The Colour Pop one.
Colour pop.
Yeah, I love me a bit of Colour Pop, apparently. But I love the idea of PCAP, and that's why we're co-hosting with a bunch of other amazing people from the 3rd to the 6th of June next year.
Where's it going to be?
Well, tell me.
Palm Springs, California.
Amazing. So there's a whole bunch of people going. They
We're
include
going.
us. Like, we're going to be
Yes.
co-hosting, right? Of course, the Wanderlust Swingers are going to be there.
Yes.
Kate and Daryl, that's amazing. Really looking forward to seeing them again.
I want to guess who else is there. I think I know.
Okay, go
but,
for it. Guess.
I'm going to say Average Swingers. Oh, no?
No, yeah, they are going.
Oh my God, don't be a tool. You absolute dinlo. I thought I was wrong then. Oh God, how
Yes,
embarrassing
the
would that
average
be?
Swingers are going to be there. Who
Oh,
else?
Fuck my life. Monogamish.
Yes.
That's a bit of a mouthful, that one.
Monogamish
Monogamish
marriage.
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 Oh, yes.
And holy matrimony. Yes, they're going to be there. That's not a reference to them. That's the Princess Bride,
I'm
of
going
course.
to do another one. Let's see.
You're going to do another one of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you done any of them?
No.
Do you have of the list?
Oh
I
God,
believe you
stop
have.
confusing
Anyway,
me.
carry on.
2 hot wives.
2 hot wives, yeah.
2 hot wives,
Yeah.
yes.
And casual. Casual swingers.
Yes.
There we go.
Excellent.
All of them people and more are going to be at Podcasterpalooza. And if you want to join, you can use our special link that we're going to include.
Ooh.
Yeah, special because it's us.
Okay. Because it's us.
Because
yeah.
it's us. The sort of linky thing that comes with this podcast.
I'm assuming you've got some magic kind of
Beans. Yeah, I got
where
some
you
magic
can
beans.
post these magical links.
Yes, I'm going to post that on the notes for the show.
You do notes?
I do notes, yes. Every time
you
I do notes.
actually?
Yes, I do. Who do you think fucking comes up with the titles, the notes, and all the other bullshit that goes with this?
Just happens, doesn't it?
No, it's not. Fucking, like, there's only the 2 of us doing it, and if you don't do it, who does it?
I thought just people knew.
Oh, all right, fine, yes. So, psychically, I shall send you the link. Or you can just head to podcast-a-palooza.com and you can find out all about this wonderful event. I'm really excited. The feedback on the others has been absolutely fantastic.
I'm really excited because we were supposed to be going previously.
2 years ago, was it
2
now?
years ago to the one that we couldn't go to.
You know,
Miami. That was
yeah.
the one we couldn't go to.
There was a
first
whole
one.
COVID thing that happened. The pandemic sort of came along. Yeah, I know, right?
I appreciate America managed to open up lots of places in the end, and that was great. But obviously the UK did not, and we couldn't go.
So we're hoping that travel remains open.
It is at the moment.
Yes, fingers crossed and all that jazz.
Assuming the bloody Gaviscon or Omicron, whatever it's called.
Unicron.
A shit transformer version of COVID.
Yeah, that's the one. So assuming all of that goes okay,
yes,
we will be heading there 3rd to 6th June. And
Yes.
we'll also be going around the States a little bit.
Oh, yes,
we
that's
can.
the other thing. We're going to do a 10 glorious days of just stuff.
Just stuff.
Going around and seeing people.
Yeah, so if you live in America...
and you want to say hello.
come to PCAT because it's much easier for us. But if you don't, I'm sure at some point we'll post where we're going
Let us know
and when.
if you live in America and you want to say hello.
Yeah, it's not very big. I mean, I think we walk from place to place.
Yeah, we just catch a bus.
Like a little village, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, get a megabus for £1.
God, that megabus. Oh my God, that gives me absolute nightmares. The thought of that.
Does it?
Yeah.
That's how we're getting to London the next
You
time we go.
hate coaches. You hate them.
I hate buses even more.
Not as much as you hate bowling, though.
Yeah.
Fun fact, you
yes,
hate bowling.
I do hate bowling. This is true.
Oh.
So if we do go to America...
No bowling.
No bowling, thank you.
It might be really good, that.
Wait, how is it any different?
Because they might have better stuff.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's better.
They might
it's
have
still...
better environments. They might have better facilities. They may not have the stupid shoes that you have to wear and all the stuff that you don't like about it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Is that the stuff you don't like?
I
Or is
just
there
hate
more?
there's all of the experience I just dislike. Anyway, come to PCAT with us. We'd really love to see you there. It's going to be flipping fantastic. And we're going to keep talking about it forever and a day until we actually get there, and probably after we've been there as well.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Well,
because
yeah.
it's going to be brilliant.
Oh, aye. Yeah, of course.
But the bigger deal with all that now is the diet has to start now.
Well, this leads me on to my second sort of topic.
I thought it might.
Health. Yes, health of us. So you are on a huge diet kick.
Huge, because I now have there's a countdown. There's an official countdown to Podcastalooza. And when I saw it, I thought, it's ages away. But in reality, it's not. It's really not. And if I'm going to lose weight and not look like a baked potato that's been punched repeatedly and then microwaved and then mashed up and eaten.
Punchy the potato.
That's me. Then I'm going to have to really shift this timber and look better than I do.
So you've gone from a potato to a tree.
More of a waffle.
Put your waffle away, dear. You'll be fine.
So I'm going to go on this mega big, and I mean it, I'm going to do it. And you know, if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Okay. Yeah. I believe you.
I'm going to do it.
I believe you. But we're going out for wine tomorrow still, right?
That's a little bit different. I've got one allowable treat.
One allowable glass of wine. You're going to eke that bastard out for the whole week, aren't you?
Well, I'm being very, very good.
Good.
Put it that way.
That's good. I am pleased for you and proud of you, and I shall support you however I can.
I'm doing an intermittent fasting diet.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Hermione Granger. Fucking
So
hell.
it's Book of Spells.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Axio weight loss.
Yeah, that.
Story checks out. So the other health thing that I wanted to update people on is I know people will be concerned because there has been a lack of selfies from me over the last...
Is this why there's been a lack of selfies?
Yeah, I
thought you just didn't have enough time.
No, I just don't like my face right now.
Oh, I love your face. I'm going to sit in it.
No, Jesus Christ. You probably want to watch how you sit in it. So at the moment, I am battling a Chalazion. What the fuck is it?
I think it's called a Chalazion. But
Another
it sounds
transformer.
Like a shit. No, it sounds like a shit Pokemon.
Chalazion. I choose you.
I
Or
don't choose you.
I really don't choose you. That's just basically like a horrible, bumpy, oily lump on my eye, which...
Making it sound really attractive.
Yeah, it doesn't look attractive. And I don't feel my best. What's really interesting about this at the moment is, so I feel quite body confident. So I'm doing quite a lot of exercise. I'm putting the effort in. I'm being pretty good with my diet most of the time, apart from the weekend.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
You look awesome.
Thank you. But there is a disgusting, horrible bump on my eye that I've been sort of putting hot compressors on. Please excuse the delightful medical conversation. So my
maybe there's some
confidence...
doctors out there who can write to you and tell you how to defeat your Chalazion.
Maybe there are. So I'm going back to the doctors next week, but it's made me really self-conscious of getting my face out there. So any meets for the next couple of weeks that we're doing, I will mostly be wearing sunglasses.
Yeah, I told you should wear an eye patch.
You just want me to look like Thor or a pirate or something like that.
Or Nick Fury.
Yeah.
Or I'm trying to think who else wears
other
patches.
famous people that have one eye.
Thor definitely wore one.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked really hot.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I think
did not hold him back whatsoever.
it didn't hold him back. However, he
just looked better, if anything.
he was Thor, so he was already starting from
but
a
you're
pretty...
Mr. H.
This is true.
You got this.
This is
just
true.
wear an eye patch. Rock it.
It's just rock it. You're just calling up loads of Marvel characters now.
I could also colour it in for you. I could make it look pretty.
Well, this reminds me of when our daughter had an eye patch and I drew
when she was tiny
Powerpuff Girls on it. She had to wear an eye patch.
And you
for a
had
while.
to put little Spider-Man things on.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, an eye patch, chicks dig a scar.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Don't have a scar yet.
Well, my hope is that after about almost 2 months of this fucking thing...
It's been longer than that.
Yeah, but it's been 2 months of it being like
particularly
annoying. Bad and annoying. That it's going to go away soon. I hope it is, and that we can sort this out. And then I can start to feel a bit more confident about myself again. That's the plan.
I think you look hot.
Thank you very much. I shall do you later.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go.
There we go. You're on a promise now, which is why we're going to have to keep this one to time.
How romantic.
It's definitely romantic. Well, you've already said that you're going to sit on my face, so...
but
just
to
not the
get rid of
jammy
your
bit.
Chalazion.
Applying wet, warm pressure. That wasn't what the doctor meant when he said that.
We tried it. Try anything else.
Moving swiftly on. The other thing, the other big challenge that we're facing at the moment is around our social 2.
Ah, yes.
Now, we've been trying for ages locally to find a venue that's really cool. We found a couple of fantastic venues, like really good ones.
They're awesome.
However, the cost of said venues, one of them
I might as well buy a yacht.
Honestly, I could buy my own fucking venue for the amount of money they wanted for us to rent this place out.
Sell a kidney.
Yeah, and... just for a limit, like 4 or 5 hours, basically, it would have cost us an arm and a leg and a small
and
dog.
A small dog.
Yeah, small dog. So we're probably going to not be able to go with that one. We have another one that is only available on a Friday. Like, what the fuck? So what we want to know, gentle listeners and Team Bedhopper, if that's whose side you're on, hopefully you are because you're listening. If you're in the UK and you could make it down south, down to glorious Southampton, because it will be near us because, we're lazy and don't want to go very far, would you go on a Friday?
Yeah.
Let us know. We'll probably do a Twitter poll when this comes out. Would you come to a social on a Friday? Bearing in mind that you've got to get here. And I'm worried that people won't want to come because it's a Friday night. If it was all just local people, fuck them, that's fine. They can turn up on a Friday. But because we've got friends... and
around the country,
adoring listeners from around the country, and indeed in other countries that might want to come along, then actually Friday makes it more difficult.
You might need a half day.
Yeah, might need a half day. We're talking about the first week in February as well.
Yeah.
So we want to get moving on it, but it's really important that we find out whether people are able to make it on a Friday. And if they can, then this venue will be absolutely fantastic. We promise you. It is
amazing.
It will be great and awesome and cool. If not, then we're going to have to look at some alternative ones. And they just won't be as spectacular as the first venue that we had. That's all.
I mean, we'll still be there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's about it, really.
Potentially we'll be on a Saturday instead.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be a different venue and we'll be there on a Saturday and it'll be less impressive. But equally, it means that you can travel down on the Friday night and stay there and have a nice weekend. Yeah. So, you can still do that on a Friday, but...
Yeah. On the plus side, if you come on a Friday, yes.
Well, by the time we get there, neither one of us will be on the plus side.
Oh, I see. Oh,
my.
I'm excited to have a brand new wardrobe.
No, you don't need.
No. I was going to say my old wardrobe will be my new wardrobe again.
That's
I'm going to fit back
lead
into
with
it.
that next time. Don't go a brand new wardrobe. It's the same fucking wardrobe. It's just some remixed clothes. That's all.
Yeah, old clothes and new clothes.
Exactly that. So that's kind of our quick little update. But we've got a bit of a cut and thrust of things that we've been up to that we're going to talk through. Hopefully, some of it will be a bit sexy. Some of it will be a bit interesting.
Okay. Yep.
And
definitely.
Some of it will be a bit of a humble brag.
Oh, humble brags. Your speciality.
Yeah, it is my speciality. I am very, very humble.
I think if you were a Pokemon, that would be one of your moves.
Really?
Yeah. Like Fury swipes.
No. My special move is
brag.
cutting my nose to spite my face.
Mr. H used humble brag.
No, Mr. H used nose spite. Anyway, so a couple of weeks ago, we went to Birmingham.
Yes. Brum.
Brum.
As it's known.
Yes. So we decided to go to the Up the Brum social.
Which is a genius name.
It's a fucking brilliant name.
I mean, let's give them kudos for that.
Very well done.
The Brum.
Very well done. It was their first social that they're running.
Yeah.
So we decided that we were going to go up there and we were going to meet up and stay in a delightful AirBNB with some sexy friends too.
Well, originally we were going to go on our own.
Yes, we were.
Because we're great.
Mm.
But then we had a bit of a Avengers Assemble moment and thought, hey, we can get some sexy friends together.
Yeah, this is good. And it also transpired that once we said that we were going, other people came along as well.
Yeah. So
not that we have that level of kudos where people just rock up wherever we are.
Mm-hmm.
But
yes,
you're gonna say who?
Oh yeah, you're just talking.
No, it's fine. I've got to fill the air somehow.
Wow. Okay, so we were lucky enough to catch up with a lovely, what have they called on Twitter? PennyLane Starlord?
Yes, correct.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Because I don't use that Twitter much. You know that.
Starlord and PennyLane. Mm-hmm.
And the DisNerds.
DisNerds.
There you go. Got
not
that right.
dis. Like, it's not like a backhanded
nerds.
like insult. Diz is in
Diz.
Disney.
Oh,
So,
yes.
I've been dreaming of true love's kiss.
Do you know, I've never really thought of it like that, like Disney.
Is this a new thing?
Maybe.
They are always wearing Disney clothes
yeah.
and have Disney items.
I don't think it really clicked for me.
Do you not?
No.
Okay.
I don't know really what I thought it was.
Good grief. So anyway, we decided that we'd stay in an Airbnb together.
Yes.
The DisNerds did lots and lots of work around prepping that all and sorting it out because they live relatively close.
Yeah.
But not too close.
Well, closer than we do.
Or while sort of trying to get ready for moving house and all sorts of other stuff that's going on for them. So they organised a wonderful Airbnb that we could go to.
Yeah, it's lush.
It was very, very nice. Very nice. So we travelled up during the day.
Yeah.
And then we went to a Christmas market.
Oh,
and met
yes,
them
we
there.
did. It's all coming back to me now.
Is it really?
Yeah. Do you know why I was a bit fuzzy about it? It's because
Waka
I
waka.
had a bit of an out night the night before.
Yes, you did have an
I
out
had a bit
night.
of an out night. So I had some, I'm not going to say what I was doing, but I had some karaoke and some drinks.
You're not going to
So-
say what you were doing? What else were you
No,
doing?
well, obviously I was out with other people.
That makes you sound like you've got some, like, what were you
Some
doing?
espionage
You were,
thing.
no, you were doing lines of coke off the back of a hooker. She was taking
Were you
some
following
smack.
me? Oh my God. Either way, suffice it to say, I was actually a bit more alert than I thought I was going to be.
You were surprisingly awake.
Yes, that.
The hour-long kip that you had in the car while I was driving up there probably helped you.
Only a little one.
Only a little one, fine.
But let's also bear in mind I was feeling very, very underconfident body image wise as well on this weekend.
Well, you say that, but fortunately drink had gotten you through the night before, and I was convinced that drink would get you through along with coffee.
Drink
that
gets
day.
me a long way.
It does get you a long way. So we went to the Birmingham Christmas market, which was rammed, but also while we were there, we saw some other people.
Oh my God. I call them a twofers. And they hate that. I'm
They do.
sorry. They're lovely. They're two of us.
We
on
can
Twitter.
make it if we try, just the two of us.
Oh, they're just so adorable.
They are lovely.
I love them.
Well, all of the people are lovely. I mean,
Of course
this is
they
you
are,
know,
but it was like a little mini bedhoppers reunion.
It was a bunch of people that went to our social that then regathered,
Yeah.
which was really, really nice.
And we had some cherry wine.
We had some cherry wine, yeah, we did that.
Yeah. And it was rammed in the Christmas market.
Yep. So basically, the Christmas market was rammed, but we had some drinks,
Yes. it's all
and then
good.
we went to our Airbnb.
Yes.
So we were getting ready, and the idea was that we would go to a nearby restaurant and have a bite to eat, and then wander over because it was so close to the social itself.
Wonder.
Well, we say this, but obviously you'd picked out your lovely, delightful,
Great
light-up,
shoes,
great
yeah.
shoes, which meant instantly there was no chance of you walking anywhere.
Not a chance.
So when the meal had finished,
Yeah.
You
Hopped in an
demanded
Uber.
an Uber to get
Now,
you there.
wait a minute. I didn't demand it. I think
Well-
you'll find that PennyLane floated that idea.
I think that both of you were very intrigued by the idea of an
I
Uber.
simply encouraged her and said, absolutely, you can't walk in those shoes. They are immense. Let's get an Uber together.
And, obviously being the caring, doting, loving husband that I am, I wanted to accompany you and said,
You absolute
Uber
liar.
to
You
make
just
sure that
got
you're
in the
okay.
Uber with us because you're lazy as well.
I'm not lazy. I can be accused of many, many things. Lazy's probably not one of them. But I did want to make sure that you were okay and safe.
Literally so
in that
kind.
3-minute Uber ride.
Oh, fuck off, it
Literally
wasn't. It was more than 3
fucking
minutes. Totally worth it. We've done it again.
So we got there, and then someone came up to us and asked if we were the bedhoppers
Oh, yeah.
and asked to take a selfie with
Yeah, he
us.
did.
That was cool.
That was cute.
Yeah, that was cute.
A little selfie
We
on
didn't
my
pay him to
doorstep.
do that at all.
No, had a little selfie on my doorstep.
There we go.
And
Title of
then,
my 5th studio album.
then we went into this venue.
Mhm.
I don't think we can say where the venue was because
No.
that's probably not okay. And then, but it was the top of a pub, from what I could gather.
Yeah.
And they'd hired out like the function room at the top.
Yeah.
And the actual pub itself, I thought was quite nice.
Yeah, what I would say is I think that the downstairs of the pub was nice.
Yeah.
And I think the function room was probably a little less nice.
Yeah, because when I went in and I thought, oh, this is quite nice. It's not some nice little chairs everywhere and comfy seats. No. You go upstairs. No. I mean, it was still a decent room. Like, nothing wrong with that. But there were very, very few seats.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of people in there.
By very few, I mean like 6.
I think there were more than that, but it was kind of in 2 sort of sections, and both were quite busy. So there wasn't much seating room sort of available. I found it was really noisy as well because of the small room. So it wasn't really that the music was pumping out some
it wasn't. The music
tunes.
was a relatively good volume.
I just couldn't hear because of the sheer number of people jammed into a small space.
There were a lot of people. And like, I don't know, I think maybe a few people might, I don't know, in the kind of environment that we're in at the moment, with a pandemic still not disappearing, it's, a lot of people in a small venue.
It was a lot of people in a small venue. Now, it's an interesting one, and that does bring up another topic around the sort of COVID stuff.
Yeah.
So one of the questions that we put because there was an interesting Telegram group. It's probably not the best
like
system
a warm-up
to use.
group to get people getting to know each other, which is fine, which is normal.
It's a good idea. Well, it's not normal, but I think
it's a good idea.
It's a good idea. The problem is with Telegram is that you only have one chat. So it was just hundreds and hundreds of messages every single day. So it was really difficult to kind of keep up with that level of stuff.
Oh, it was ridiculous, yeah.
We've used Discord before because you can separate all the different chats out into different sections.
Oh, it's nice having little sub-channels, isn't it?
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about, looking for important information and announcements, because actually you can just go to the important announcements section and look that stuff up. So it was an interesting one. We did ask about COVID and testing. We lateral tested on the day. But it seemed that
as did all our friends.
As did all our friends, agreed. But it didn't seem as though people were that bothered in that chat about doing that. So
it didn't really seem to be a topic that people went, oh, yeah, absolutely, totally get where you're coming from. Yes, I'm happy to share this. And it wasn't, it didn't really seem to be a prevalent theme at all.
No, not at all. And I don't know whether it was fully addressed or not. So, that kind of was in the back of my mind. But anyway, we were at the venue. It was really busy. The other thing actually I'm going to say about the chat, it was interesting because there are a couple of instances where the chat was a little bit wobbly, I think is the nicest way.
That's
the
nice
admin
way.
Probably wasn't as good as it could have been.
Bit of housekeeping.
Yeah, and I think there were a few upsets along the way.
I would agree.
So I think it's just more of a feedback piece. I think they're aware of this, that it's just something to watch out for. Particularly if you're generally hosting an event or hosting a large group, I think you've just got to be really, really careful, and you've got to own stuff properly and go through it. But that's, I think that's just the nature of the beast. And it's, I certainly found when I was looking after our one and you were peripherally gazing over it.
I did look after it a little bit, not as much as you, granted, because it's your domain, it really is.
But it was hard work. It was almost a full-time job, just kind of guiding the chat, deleting stuff that's not appropriate, tackling people over any issues, answering any questions and all that sort of stuff. So I would say that, things can go wrong, and I absolutely accept that. I think it's how you own it and it's how you kind of recover from those things that's really important. So that was also stuck in the back of my head as we were going through the social.
I agree.
So we sort of also saw, while we were there...
Oh my goodness. One of my favourite people.
Me.
Oh, obviously you're there. You're gorgeous, and you're
Yay, me. Go me.
Go
me.
List.
All right, yeah.
What's her name? Slutty Pants.
What's her name?
No, I want to get it right on Twitter. Slutty Pants.
Slutty Pants and
I
her
have to
other
be very
half.
careful not to give names away because I'm really bad.
You are very bad.
So I had to be like, it's Slutty Pants.
And it was absolutely delightful to see her and her other half again.
Oh, they're so gorgeous.
They're lovely.
Yeah, I love them.
Really, really fun. So we managed to catch up with them for a bit, and we stood upstairs for a while. And then you got hit.
It's so hot.
Yeah. Hot flash.
Flash, whatever you want to call it. Burning hell. It was just the worst. And I don't think the environment helped because it was extremely warm. They had loads of windows open, to be fair, which was probably a good move anyway, considering the close proximity of people and
but I think it was just
piece.
So many people crammed in there. It was going to be boiling hot no matter.
Hot. And there were no seats. And I appreciate you don't want everyone to be sat down because you like people to be on their feet and mingling. And I absolutely get that. However, if you're wearing high heels for 4 hours and very hot, it might be nice to just take a seat for 10 minutes just to kind of make it a little bit more tolerable. However, I couldn't cool down and it began to make me feel really poorly. And I just couldn't control it.
And you had to go outside.
I had to go outside in the end. I just couldn't cope. And once I was downstairs, I realised I didn't want to go back upstairs because I knew that I was going to feel like that again.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing about that environment I could control.
Well, we had a couple of people that weren't feeling great. So you weren't feeling great. And then Mrs. DisNerd wasn't feeling so hot as well.
Yeah.
So we ended up going
we?
downstairs. So sort of in this venue, it was quite useful because the toilets were downstairs and there was a little sort of area where you could just sort of sit down and chill out. And
a little less populated. And it just made me instantly feel a bit better.
So we went down there and basically hung out and then chatted to people that were coming up and down the stairs and saying hello to various other people.
Yeah.
We just spent a couple of hours in the main area, but I think
and we did go back up there, to be fair, to say some goodbyes. And we spent another sort of half hour circulating and saying goodbye over a very long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had to get away. Couldn't cope with that many people.
But also, while you were sat there, something happened, didn't it? So what happened? Tell us, Mrs. H.
Well, you may recall I talked about not being able to sit down for ages, at which point my feet were really complaining that I needed to sit down. So I took my wonderful shoes off.
Your wonderful shoes.
Wondrous shoes. And I took my shoes off and just sat on this really comfy chair, popped my shoes off.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Starlord.
I think you can just call him Starlord.
Mr. Starlord.
I think Starlord is like Lord.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't need to give him a Mr.
Yeah.
Well, Starlord.
Yes.
Sat down opposite me.
Yeah.
And asked me if he could give my feet a massage.
So there we are in the middle of a sort of normal pub.
And I thought that was really nice.
You had a little foot rub.
I was extremely happy to receive the foot massage.
Yeah.
And that actually went on for quite a while, like probably a good 45 minutes.
You did quite well out of the old foot rub.
I did very well. He was very good at it. However, Mr. H, you are not so innocent yourself.
I am extremely innocent.
And
I am as innocent.
You did not go without attention.
No, I didn't go without attention, but I was looking after Mrs. DisNerd at first.
Oh, I know you were.
Because I am such a good person. And I was making sure that she was okay.
And of course, she's a very pretty lady.
Well, that helps. I mean, that wasn't my entire motivation. I was concerned for her health and well-being.
Yeah, of course.
But then, while I was sort of sat there, also PennyLane was on the other side. And so I was just surrounded by beautiful women.
What a dilemma.
I know, it was a terrible situation. I managed to muddle my way through.
You did. Admirable.
I do my best. What can I say?
Yeah.
I try and,
Now, Mr. DisNerd, I recall, was jumping around, getting loads of drinks.
Yeah, he was fizzing and popping.
He was on it.
In fact, like, you could almost hear...
he was in absolute party mode.
He was.
And yes, he was having lots of drinks. I'm just going to repeat that.
Is this an important plot point for perhaps later on?
It perhaps we does feature later on.
Well, okay. So we then decided that we'd had enough of being at the social, and everyone was hot and people weren't feeling 1,000%. And that we'd go back with our Airbnb compadres and sort of see if we could carry on the night there.
Absolutely.
So
we did.
We did. So we got back to the Airbnb. Out come the Game of Lifestyle cards.
Yes, Mr. DisNerd.
I don't think it was his card.
But he got them out.
He got them out pretty quickly. It was very quickly in charge of them.
He appeared like a magician. He was like, "Hey, look what I've got."
But what was really nice was that we were able to just chill down and be not quiet, but actually just relax out of the environment. Very different atmosphere, and just actually get to know people a little bit better, because we know the DisNerds. We've met them before a number of times, but we hadn't, other than our social and a couple of video chats.
Yes, the PennyLane Pizzagate.
Well, yeah, we hadn't really gotten to know them more than you slapping pizza out of our hands.
Never steal a pizza.
Well, yeah, this is, ironically, we did go to an Italian restaurant, so there was that.
Oh, the irony.
Just one of those things. So we ended up playing the Game of Lifestyle. Don't forget, code bh10 is available if you want to get a discount on there. I think that still stands. So
yeah, it does.
We get asked a lot about the Game of Lifestyle, so it's really worth checking it out.
Yeah.
And if you look it up and go find it on Google or whatnot and put in code BH10, you'll get some money off. We don't get any kickbacks from it, but we do recommend the game for starting things off.
Yeah.
You get the conversation things, and then you can get the nets, the naughtier ones, the levels of flames. What was really interesting is Mr. DisNerd. So after a couple of small flames, i.e. the sort of less daunting sort of cards, he decided to shuffle them all. So you were getting the sort of 3 stars in amongst the 1. So you kind of went through, hey, just make out with this person for a minute, to, hey, get your cock out and rub them in between some boobs. So he was definitely on an escalating mood.
Absolutely.
And then I believe he had a moment, and I think he needed to go to bed because the drink caught up with him. Bless him.
Happens to the best of us.
It does happen to the best of us. And him and, Mrs. DisNerd basically went to bed.
They did.
So there were us left with the delightful Starlord and PennyLane. And what were we to do?
Well, we had a little chat.
Yeah.
We talked about should we continue the night as a 4?
Yeah.
And we all said that that'd be really lovely.
Mm-hmm.
So we went up to the very top floor, which is where both our bedrooms were.
Yeah. So they came back to our bedroom.
They did.
And we ended up having some really sexy hot times with them.
Do you know? Yes, we did. We really did. It was awesome. And I will say I was really nervous. And I don't get nervous because of playing with people. I just get nervous because of the body thing, the body image. At the moment, anyway, I'm more inclined to feel really underconfident at the moment. But I've been open and honest about that.
I was really worried about my one eye.
Oh my God. Yes, you mentioned the eye.
Oh, it means 2 things.
And what an eyesore it is.
Let's dim the light down really low. Don't worry, I'm just winking at you a lot.
It's going to wear a sideways trilby or something.
A jaunty angle.
I don't mind me. I'm going to keep my sunglasses on. But no, I'm feeling really self-conscious at the moment because I'm probably the largest I've been in a while. And I'm not saying that's anyone's fault but my own. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm literally just trying to set a scene that I am definitely not feeling my most confident.
Well, you still look amazing. You look really pretty.
Next to people like PennyLane, who's like a whippet, frankly.
I wouldn't
sexy whippet, obviously. I don't think anyone's probably described as a sexy whippet, but there's a first time for everything.
You're a right sexy whippet, you are, lady.
I meant she's really slender.
Okay, why don't you say that rather than describe her as a dog?
Because I was feeling a little bit mean about the fact that I'm the size of a house.
So what do we describe you as? Is there a different
whippet.
dog? You're like a St. Bernard?
Fuck off. More of a golden retriever at the moment. Or maybe a pug. Oh my God.
Okay.
More rolls in a bakery.
Oh, bless you, dear.
I'm probably the largest I've been for a long time. And I'm working on it. I am.
Okay. No, that's good. And we know that you're doing that.
I was very, very, very self-conscious.
Okay. But...
However, Starlord, not Mr. Starlord, also like a sexy whippet, a slender dog variety, made me feel amazing, I have to say.
Yeah?
He did. Yeah.
He did?
And he did something which not many people do.
Oh, really? Did you want to tell us what that is?
Maybe. He, let's say his oral skills were excellent.
Well, it's that whippet tongue.
It's that whippet tongue. Oh my God.
He whip it real good.
Oh my God. I'm really sorry I've referred to you both as whippets, like sexy whippets.
Is he like a whippet eating porridge?
God. I mean, as in the canine world, you would be the slender ones because, let's be honest, you are both very well toned.
You're like a dog at a fucking beach just digging a hole.
Like whippets and greyhounds really muscular as well?
Oh,
and
good
like
grief.
fit.
Just stop. Just pull out. Literally pull out, Mrs. H. Step the fuck away from the microphone and go and think about what you're talking about.
All right, I'm going to stop. Stop. All right. Anyway, his oral skills were amazing.
There we go. So, good grief. So, we have sexy
and I was
times.
a little bit overwhelmed by that.
Were you?
When he came back up and stuff, I had a little chat and I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. Thank you.
That's amazing. Thank you. Good boy. Did you give him a Scooby snack afterwards?
Not many people achieve that.
Okay.
So, made me feel amazing.
Good. I'm very glad. So after the delightful sexy times, we were sort of sat there chilling out, hanging around, being naked. But it's now like 2:30 in the morning, right?
Oh God,
it's pretty fucking late.
Why could we never ever manage to do a night where we go to bed before 2 a.m?
I was kind of like, well, 2:30 is like, that's not bad.
No,
that's
if
like,
you're
you
ever going to
bed.
write a book about a guide to doing anything relating to non-monogamy. You should put in there, be prepared to always go to bed after 2. Because it never fucking happens.
I like the way, like you said, if you're ever going to write a book. Not like if I'm never going to
write
No,
one.
I know. You've already passed the due diligence over to me, you asshat.
I just refer to people as dogs.
I know. This is why you're not allowed to write anything ever again, quite frankly.
Oh, dear.
So then
Anyway, half 2 in the morning.
Half 2 in the morning. Then, like a moment at a Jurassic Park where the raptors try and open the fridge door.
Now who's being like, you can't call people raptors.
I've not called anyone a raptor. I have just conjured up a visual of a handle moving by itself.
The terrifying bit when they're in the kitchen cupboards
Yeah.
and then the raptors manage to open the kitchen door with their big raptor claws.
Yeah. The door is opened and you don't see who's behind it. That's all I'm referring to. The handle was like moving lightly. And then in pops Mrs. DisNerd.
Not dressed as raptors.
Not dressed as that, but totally and utterly naked.
Stark naked.
Which is a lovely, lovely sight to behold.
Of course it's lovely.
Followed by Mr. DisNerd, who has had a resurrection on the scale of...
I called him Lazarus when he entered the room. Oh, Lazarus, you've arisen again. What happened? Seems he had a little power nap and recovered.
Yeah.
Well done him.
Well done him.
Yes.
And then
heard some sexy noises from the floor below and decided to investigate.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, he came sort of scurrying in like, what's going on in here? You guys all right? What's going on here?
And obviously found 4 naked people.
Yes.
Basking in an afterglow, about to go to bed.
Yes, we were all literally, you were just like snuggled up. You're like chilling out. You're like, I'm in my comfy, sexy, happy place. I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, I could do a round 2.
Oh my God.
But, you know, that's the standard approach for me.
Incorrigible.
Maybe. Mm-hmm. I'm also incorrigible.
Incorrigible.
And corrigible.
Insatiable.
What? I'm so satiable, I'm unsatiable. Anyways, they come in and then sexy time start all over again.
All over again.
All over again.
Mm-hmm.
Leading the eventual bedtime to be something like 3:45 in the morning.
It was later than that.
Was it?
When I went to sleep, it was approaching dawn. 4:45, I think.
I didn't realise we had anyone called Dawn in the house. But if we did approach dawn, we're very sorry for not including you.
And because we were in an attic room, the morning sun streamed through the attic window, bathed us in light as we were trying to go to sleep. It was 4:45 when I went to sleep.
Really?
I'm too old for this shit. I'm just putting it out there. I am too old for this shit.
So I think that there's a few takeouts of this little...
One good takeout is I did not drink much, and neither did you.
No, we didn't go nuts for the drink, actually.
We really didn't.
Which was quite surprising for us. We had drink, but didn't go completely nuts for it. So I think that was a really good piece of learning.
I'm very, very grateful that we did not go nuts for a drink, because I would have felt like shit.
If you added a full-on hangover along with the tiredness, what I will say is actually we were able to spend some time with the DisNerds in their sort of local area the following day, which is really nice. So we got to wander around.
Freezing.
Really cold.
Had to buy a hat and jumper, obviously.
Yeah, you used the cunning technique of, I'm not warm enough, I need to buy a jumper and a hat.
I concur.
Yes.
All I had was a T-shirt and a leather jacket.
Leave your conkers out of it.
Absolutely freezing my tits off. So went and bought an emergency jumper and a scarf.
Fair enough. Well,
winning.
Yeah, so that aside, I would say that we didn't drink too much, so that definitely helped us.
Well done us.
Yeah, I also thought that Mr. DisNerd's resurrection was a really, really good one, because often sort of if you get to that state, then you sort of throw in the towel and that's it. And I think he kind of,
like game over.
He did regather. But what I really liked is that they both came in and asked and were like, oh, can we join in? And I think that's a real good indication of actually being honest and asking for what you want.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And I think that was a really, really nice touch, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So the other thing that I would say is that Airbnbs are universally better than hotels, is my other take out of that. So,
absolutely. And also, we weren't that super noisy anyway, but it's much better to have an Airbnb. No chance of people knocking on the door and ejecting us from hotel rooms.
Well, much less chance, you know. That wouldn't have been good, ejecting us at 3 or whatever time it was that we finally finished up. So that was an amazing little trip with them, really interesting weekend. I think Up the Brum social, I think they've taken on some feedback and I think they'll be looking to improve it for next time round. I think they've got one in February, I think February the 12th.
Yeah, the week after ours, I think. Yeah.
So, you know, say hello to them, get in touch with them on Fab Swingers. I think they're on Twitter as well. So if you're in the area, I would definitely advise that you go along and check it out.
It
And
was definitely a good networking opportunity.
Yeah, and it was a really good mix of people. So,
Just take
overall...
Layers and a fan.
And a fan. Such a strange combo.
If you are predisposed like myself to be fucking burning heat all the time, yes, take a fan and some layers. Because as much as my menopause journey is continuing, and it's still obviously not over.
So the last thing that I want to pick up on is that we had some other guests over just last week.
Oh, yes, we did.
Some other guests.
Who are they?
Well, they're His Cock, Her Tail, who've been on the show many, many times.
Yeah, we knew them.
And we were finally, they've not been over or been able to come over or find the right time, or COVID's not been right, or something's been going on at home.
Moons haven't aligned.
Just things haven't aligned. But we finally were able to get them over to the Hop In, get them to have a nice drink in there, get them in the hot tub. And she needed to get in that hot tub because I think she was going to freeze to death outside. It was like -4 or something crazy.
Oh my God, she was poor love. Shaking like a shitting dog. Bringing dogs back into
Vanilla
it.
Ice literally put the ice back into Vanilla Ice. I think she was pretty frozen.
It's fine, she won't listen to
I'm frozen
this.
pretty. Well, no, it's okay.
She won't listen to it.
No, I know.
So like.
But she might hear about it peripherally. Yeah.
Quite true.
Maybe.
Let's say nice things about her.
Yeah. Nice things.
Yay, it was lovely to see you.
Yeah. No, it was really, really fantastic
It was awesome.
to catch up
Really
with them.
awesome.
And we hadn't had a sexy play date with them for
ages.
And I think, well, in fact, last summer, I don't know.
Long overdue.
Yeah. So it was really nice to have that connection. What I really, really liked, though, is that we took a very cheeky picture at the end of all the sexy playtimes, and it ended up on Twitter. It did very well on Twitter.
Bums.
It was all the bums, wasn't it? But what made me laugh is we did a first take of that picture, and Vanilla Ice turned to me and she went, "Do you think I looked a bit cunty in that picture?"
Oh my God. What does someone looking a bit cunty look like?
I think there was a lot of cunt on display.
Oh, I thought you meant like, am I a bit of a cunt?
No,
and I was like, what was she doing?
She meant, was like, is
was
there
she
a lot
pulling
of,
like a cunty face?
was there a lot of fanny on display, dear?
Got you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And was there?
In the first picture, I think there is a little bit, yeah. So there was a slight rearrangement, and then I did the auto a little bit too much Janine. So I ran and jumped onto the bed and posed elegantly.
What, to detract from the amount of fannyage?
No. We'd already rearranged the fannyage. It was fine. It was all resolved. That issue was absolutely done.
It was really nice.
But it was
really nice to catch up with them.
Really cool to catch up with them. I'm sure we'll have them on the show at some point soon. So it was really cool to see them. I want to thank them. I want to thank the DisNerds, the two of us, Starlord and PennyLane.
God.
Slutty Pants.
All the people.
All the people for catching up with us over the last couple of weeks. It's been a real, despite our body crises and dodgy eyes and weight and flushes and all those things, a real confidence booster, but also just really wonderfully to see those people socially again. And it was a real nice time.
About, isn't
it is, and it really brought home to me how much I adored going to our social and seeing some of those people and regathering them was a real triumph, and I thought that was really cool. So we're now working on our Christmas thing.
Oh yes, of course we are.
Because every year we like to do a little video or a podcast or something just for the people that are struggling through Christmas, because we've all been in situations where we've been at home by ourselves at Christmas, or something has been great, or life has been generally shit, or we're putting up with crappy family. And in fact, actually, by the by, I did a really good episode quite recently on much of this sort of stuff about how to cope through the Christmas period. So recommend that you check that out.
Okay.
But we're putting together our own sort of little video-y, podcasty type thing that we're going to put out hopefully on Christmas Day, assuming that my eye sorts its shit out, unless I'll be in sunglasses and that.
Told you, just wear a Santa hat.
At a jaunty angle.
Coquettishly over one eye.
Yes, that's right. We'll do that. But one of the requests that we have for you, gentle listeners, is if you have pictures of your pets in cute Christmassy outfits or holiday outfits. We're not, could be New Year, could be anything.
Yeah, pets in outfits.
Pets in outfits mostly. Please send them along to us at bedhoppersuk@gmail.com or tweet them to us. That would be really cool, because we're going to do a little bit of a pets corner as one of our little sections, hopefully, and share some amazing pictures of your pets. So you've got the chance to be part of our show. Well, your dog or your cat or your whippet.
Or even a guinea pig.
Even a guinea pig.
Any pet is welcome.
I'd like to see a fish with a hat on.
A snake.
snakes,
spiders, any pet.
Any pet.
Doesn't have to be dogs or cats.
No, but it'll be cool if they look cute.
I mean, I'd love to see a snake wearing a Christmas outfit.
And a bow tie.
A bow tie.
Snake and a bow tie. Also the title of my 8th studio album. So yeah, if you want to get involved in that, please send us your pics. And if you've got any suggestions for things that you'd like us to cover in future, please let us know. It's going to be a busy one over the holidays. So we're going to be running around trying to get some shows out, trying to pull some videos together and trying to organise our social, as well as doing general family stuff over the Christmas period.
And also battling your eye Pokemon.
Yes. Chilasian, I do not choose you. And I think that really wraps it up for us.
Like a big Christmas present.
Like a big wrapped up Christmas present.
It's your birthday soon.
It is my birthday soon. Hurrah for me.
What do you want to do for your birthday? Don't know, don't care, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you keep telling to me. Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just assuming you're going to organise something and I'll just wander and it'll be awesome.
Really?
Yeah, that's my standard approach to life.
Ah.
There we go. Well, I'm not allowed in the podcast room by myself because you've hidden presents in here. And by hidden...
It's a dog's birthday. It's a dog's birthday on the 6th of December.
It is.
I'm hiding all her presents in here.
Really? Because she seems not interested in any one of these presents.
That's because I've hidden them.
So I can go through the bag and it'll be fine?
Nope.
No, okay, that's what I
want
thought.
them to be a surprise to you as well.
Okay. That makes about as much sense as normal. Well, on that note, next time we'll see you. The dog will have had her birthday.
It's been quite dog central this episode, isn't it?
Dog-centric.
The canine episode.
Yeah. Canine and fine. So yeah, please get in touch if you've got any topics that you'd like us to cover over the next few weeks and beyond. If not, we'll be back in a couple of weeks with some interesting stuff, I'm sure, and hopefully some news on how things are progressing with all of that stuff that we've been talking about today.
But mainly your eye.
Mostly my eye. Is my eye any better? That's the main
Will
concern.
your selfie game be back on point in time for the festive season?
Well, that's the thing. My selfie game is fine.
That's what we all want to know.
It's just, it's not my best side.
I told you, incorporate hats into it.
No, I can't incorporate a hat into it. I just look like a right tool.
I said nothing then.
No, thank you. I know. I'll just get those Klingon sunglasses out. They cover everything.
Oh my days. Yes, there you go.
I have like a pasty on my forehead the whole time. Nobody's ever been this clever.
Oh, babe, I still would.
Oh, thank you. Mrs. H, do your thing.
Well, thank you for hopping into our bed.
Laughing at your own joke. What did you say? Like I'm slurping porridge out of a bowl?
That's what you sounded like. Or a bulldog eating porridge.
A sip of this delicious beverage.
Oh God, stop. Honestly, this is torturous to listen to. It's like misophonia with the sound of people chewing, which is intolerable.
I love miso soup.
Intolerable noise.
Okay, all right.
Pack it in.
Should I pack it up? Pack it in. Let me begin.
You've got something to say. Get on with it. Come on.
I have.